My name is Susie, and I work at the San Diego County Office of Education, and my job there is a homeless liaison.
My name is Cris Sotomayor. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. I manage the drop-in centers for the San Diego LGBT Community Center.
I work with all the school districts and charter schools in San Diego County around how to serve and support their students that are homeless.
In a nutshell, what the LGBT Center is a community organization that provides services to LGBTQ populations in a variety of ways. So in particular, I work with our youth department, which is part of where we're sitting right now, the Hillcrest Youth Center. We also have a center in the South Bay, and we have extensive programming for formerly homeless and currently homeless LGBTQ young people.
LGBTQ high school students are about 3 times as likely to experience homelessness as their non-LGBTQ peers.
There's so much stigma about coming out as LGBT. A lot of folks don't disclose when they're asked, and it's also there's a lot of young people that don't necessarily want to become part of a system that they're not used to being in or that is kind of scary to them.
The most common reason for LGBTQ youth to experience homelessness is family conflict. So being asked to leave their home over their conflict with their family over their sexual orientation or gender identity, or things becoming so negative at home that they would prefer to leave than live in situations where there might be emotional abuse or physical abuse happening.
Helping a young person come out to their family and talking to their family and giving them tools to understand their young person's identity. Sometimes that means that when a young person's about to kick out, we help them get a job so that they can get a house before they become homeless. Oftentimes
they don't share a lot because they're worried that they're not going to be allowed to come back to school if the school knows that they don't live at home anymore, or that the school might call CPS or immigration.
Sometimes we cannot prevent it from occurring. So when we come in contact with young people that are currently homeless, we transition them to a few of our services. So number one, we have an emergency overnight shelter for people 18 to 24. That's open Monday through Friday, and young people can just call us in the morning, let us know they need a bed that evening, and they come in, they have a warm meal, a safe place to stay for the night. And then we have a 23-unit apartment building for formerly homeless LGBT young folks. So that's 23 individual apartments that they get matched up to us. We help them move in. Everything is completely free. We provide for them like everything, the bedding, all their toiletries, their utensils, their cooking supplies.
A year ago, we were granted about $7.9 million in new money to support youth homelessness. We had held focus groups with young people, listened to their stories, talked to them about what the community needs to be doing to help them prevent and end youth homelessness.
Help them create resumes. We help them learn like interview skills and those kind of like soft skills that you need on the job. We teach all those, and then we help them get to their interviews with bus passes, or we transport them ourselves, get them clothes for their interview. So kind of however we can support that young person in achieving a goal, we'll do that.
Let's say you're a homeless young person and you need glasses so that you can see, so that you can do your homework. The school can actually pay for you to get glasses. So there's a lot of little things that schools are required to do for students that are homeless, and they're all intended to make sure that young people who are homeless can get a high school diploma.
Why do you think people should care about this situation?
Oh, good question. I think people should care at the very base level because we're all on this planet together. And I think the liberation of one people is dependent upon the liberation of the other people too, right? This is our fight. This is not just the LGBT community and then the rest of the communities. No, this is all of us together working to a greater global community, right? And people should care because we want to make the world a better place and we want to make humanity better.
And I'm an LGBT person myself, and so for me the world already looks 100% different than it did as a young gay person in the late 1980s, early 1990s. I'm legally married, which is something I never thought would be allowed for people like me. So a lot of my dream for the LGBT community, I think, is already I'm already seen. But for me, for young people, I think, I say this all the time, I think education is a pathway out of homelessness, and there's a value to education. So my goal is for every young homeless student to get a high school diploma and then be on a pathway of education that goes beyond that.